you're going to quickly find that the agenda is going to be a huge connection point between you, your projects, and your students. One of the things I think that is exciting to do is if you can put together an agenda that is attractive, that draws attention to the students and gets their curiosity moving. So today I want to show you very briefly how to do that in a manner that is quick, effective, and very simple. So the first thing obviously we do, let's say we're picking agenda for August the 24th, and we click on our edit button, and we're going to notice that obviously all you have to do is just type words, and you can get a journal entry, for example, or something to that effect. So it doesn't take much to get text onto the agenda for you, the students, to get to know what it is that's going on. But we really wanted to have a little bit more show than that. So I'm going to show you a few ways. And the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to add a picture. There's actually two ways to add a picture. The first one is if you click here on this mini icon where it says upload an image, you simply click on the image and you're going to get this pop-up box. You choose a file, and on your computer you locate a picture. Let's say we're going to go ahead and use this one here. I click open, and once I see that image, that JPEG there, I'm going to go ahead and click to upload. I see that it has arrived, and I click submit. Now the picture is going to be huge, so I want to right click on it. I want to go to image properties, and I'm going to change the height and width for it to be a little bit more appropriate. So let's say I type the width at 250, and I click OK, and now you see that there is now an image there. So what the students would see, if I were just to do that and nothing else, they would now see a picture there. Another way to do an image, and I'm a big fan of it, is the Dropbox method. Now I've downloaded Dropbox and I can show you how to do that. But if you look up here in the upper part of my screen, you're going to see the Dropbox is always available. So what I can do here is I can click on and open up my Dropbox. And if you look and see, I have a number of things. So let's say I use this particular picture. Now, what you want to do is actually, you're going to see within Dropbox, you want to make sure that you are in the public folder. So I'm going to click on my public folder. This applies a URL to it. So if I do that and I take this picture, for example, and I go down to Dropbox, all I'm going to do is I'm going to be assigning this particular picture a URL. So I click copy public link, and I go back to my screen. Then I'm going to go to this other mini icon that says image. I click on that, and I'm going to paste the link that I've created. So it's there, and also I can take this time to type in how big I want it to be. Say 250, the same as the other image, and I click OK there. And you're going to see once again that a second image has popped up. So those are one and two ways to upload an image that you can use to really draw attention to something that you're wanting the kids to see. So let's say, for example, take it to the next step and say that you're going to go onto CNN.com and you're going to locate an article that is a great. I'm just using one here off to the bin. Let's say you're talking about hurricanes or weather or whatever the case may be. I'm going to take that URL, I'm going to copy it, and when I go into edit my screen, I'm going to edit that picture. I'm going to right click and I go into image properties. If you go into the link, you can actually hook up that article. So here's my tornado or hurricane article here. And when I do that, when I right click, I attach the link and I hit save. Now you're going to see that when I go to the screen and I roll over this picture, notice it changes to a finger. When I click on that finger, that article is going to pop up, and now the student's attention has been drawn to something that I want them to do. There's another way that you can do that if you choose. You can actually just create a link verse with a text. So let's say I wanted this to be my hurricane article. I can do it this way. I can highlight it. Maybe I even bold it. And then I click here on this mini icon, which is actually creation of a link. And I do the same thing. I right click the URL, I paste it, and now when the students see the journal entry, they're now going to go to, once again, to that article. So you really can do it either way. So I think that just adding a picture and adding active links to your activity is going to be useful for you. Okay. The last thing I want to show you how to do, and some of you already know how to do this, I'm going to create an activity. And really an activity is just simply an assignment. And let's say we're going to do a journal entry. You take a journal entry and you name it whatever you choose to do, whatever is appropriate for your date for the day. And I'm going to call this journal entry 1. I'm just going to say journal here. I'm just creating a journal for your sake for now. And it's pretty generic for now. And you guys can always, obviously, you can create your own journal entries. But if you were creating a journal entry, you would add the prompt in here. This is where you would write your question, your article. And notice that the window is the exact same thing as the agenda. So if you ever want to add a link or a picture or anything like that to the agenda, it's to this journal entry, excuse me, it's the exact same procedure as your agenda. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save it, and for now we have ourselves an assignment. Once again, I'm going to copy the name of this assignment. I'm going to go to the agenda. I'm going to make sure that I go to the Friday agenda. I'm going to click Edit, and I can say Journal Entry 1. I highlight it, I bold it, and then I click to a link. I paste that URL, which is just the address for the website. I click OK, and I click Save. So now what the students see is a number of pictures, and if I want them to go do Journal Entry 1, they click on it, and it draws them straight to Journal Entry 1. So this is just a number of ways that you can use a picture to draw attention and bring some excitement. Obviously, you can be a funny joke. It can be a picture of something that you're talking about in class. It can be an image of current events. Anything that you want to do, you can use and add to your agenda. So this is just a quick way that you can look at a picture, add a link, or add a link to text, and make your daily agenda more dynamic.